Got a bunch of stuff to talk about today, including the blog post, but I want to talk about the Knull event first because I did notice on Reddit that there was a lot of frustration with the event and the frustration with the difficulty and the complexity of it. And I think there's some very simple things that don't require characters fully maxed out. And it's actually quite a bit more free to play friendly than a lot of people have put out there. There are two characters that essentially everybody got for free is going to be Quasar and Blastar. And this is only going to work if Quasar is a striker and Blaster is a skirmisher, because the entire event is solely only about these percent based attacks. So what that means, and I'll go into Quasar's kit right here, is that on his basic attack, it says if the target is cosmic, steal 10% health from the primary target. So the beauty of this is that doesn't require him to be fully upgraded or anything like that. He does have to be upgraded to a point to survive the incoming attacks. Some of that can be mitigated with sacking and getting through some of Knull's special abilities. But if you can go in with a basic and make Quasar a striker, Blastar a skirmisher, this is going to hit twice because you're going to get the skirmisher striker combo. And so this is going to do 20% health, which is monstrous, way more than damage you could do with any character. It's all about percent health. And so there's going to be 3 attacks that do that, and that's going to be Quasar, which we all got for free, Blastar's special, and then Damon. Now, Damon is also super important here, and I know not everybody has Damon, but he's essentially the best character that is not a legendary, just like a normal character that has a standard release schedule. He's the best. Like, this is who I am every day, every reset, getting shards out of the chapter store because he's that important. He's very important. And when he's going to go first, because he has a speed of 134, this guy is going to be good for a while. He's like Icarus 2.0. He's my favorite character in the game right now. In fact, if you pulled a 5 diamond Damon, you won Marble Strike Force at this point because, there's been some shards going out there. And there's 2 things that have to happen. He's going to go first, and he's got to land the vulnerables. If you don't land the vulnerables, he's going to have Raider. Then you have to restart the node. You're just going to have to restart the node if he doesn't land the vulnerables. Then, Quasar is going to do his basic. Blastar is going to give the ISO assist, and then Quasar is going to hit a second time. That's going to be 20%. Then when Damon comes around, he's got this also. 10% of your target's max health. That's going to be all the damage he does. Same thing with Blastar. Blastar is going to do a lot of damage with his special because he has that ability also. And so the good thing about Blastar and Damon is they were free. We all got these characters for free. Same thing right here. Steal 10% max health. Amazing. That's going to do way more damage than any character can do. The other 2 characters just need to allow them to survive. Some sort of tank, some sort of taunting mechanic, so that those 3 characters that I just mentioned right now can get all the work done. And so that's all it is. There's some great guides on Reddit, specifically talking about sacking the nodes, what ISOs to put on to make it work. And just like everybody says, just spam with Blaster and Damon special, Quasar's basic, and then you should be able to get a 7 yellow Knull. I'm a little bit worried because there was a lot of outcry without understanding the event. And I'm worried that the developers will take this as a signal to make the game more simple and more like Monopoly Go. Scopely has had a ton, and I mean a ton, some of the biggest financial success of all time with a game called Monopoly Go. It's a blockbuster. It's a very simple game. And I'm thinking that that's the direction Marvel Strike Force is going. Now, me personally, and this is just me, I do prefer games that are a little bit more complicated than other people. Not everybody likes complicated games. I get that. But if I was a developer that spent a lot of time creating this Knull event, and then you're just like, oh, wow, people just didn't get it. They didn't get that, or the max health thing and how that worked with the characters we gave out for free. I mean, to me, it almost looks like they specifically designed Quasar's kit around this event. They literally put in that cosmic thing, I swear, just for this event. Like, this was very deliberate the way that this works. And they were just like, somebody's got to figure out how to do this steal 10% hail on cosmic characters. Like, this is so narrow and intentionally designed this way. And there's probably somebody over there, Marvel Strike Force, is like, why do we even try building stuff that requires like looking at the kits and things like that? Let's just make the game, let's save ourselves and everybody else some time and make the game as simple as possible. I really hope that's not what's happening. So developers, don't go on subreddit. Don't go on the Reddit. Don't read those posts. Keep building the game in a smart and interesting way. Oh my God. Anyways, I haven't been this salty at Reddit in a while. I just feel like on the first day that the Knull event came out, the posts they were just complaints without anybody understanding the event. I was pleasantly survived when I went today, and like, I think 3 of the top 6 posts were helpful in helping people finding through how to get through the Knull event with like actual good advice. I just feel like on the first day it was unnecessarily negative. Did Scopely really give us nothing for Thanksgiving? Yeah, I don't understand that. And I mean, other games, I play another game that is not based in the United States. In fact, they're originally based in Ukraine. A lot of them have moved over to Israel. And they did something for Thanksgiving. And Marvel Strike Force is, an LA-based developer, and they definitely have Thanksgiving. I mean, there was nothing for Thanksgiving. And for a game not based in the United States where they do not celebrate Thanksgiving, I don't know. I think Thanksgiving is an American thing, right? Yeah, they all did something for Thanksgiving. So I kind of feel like that is a slap in the face. So let's read the blog post from Outcast to Apex. Battle plan for next week. And I'm a little bit worried about us going into holiday break over there at Scopely, because in my time in playing Marvel Strike Force, which is 7 years, a long time, right? The frustrations that the community has felt have been the worst in the early spring after they were off for a period of time. They do go on vacation for several weeks through the holidays towards the end of December and part into the new year. And I'm worried that we're going into that. And if there's that gap and if it's bad now, what is it going to look like in February? I'm actually a little bit worried about it because the problems and the biggest community frustrations have always happened in the early parts of the year when there was a big gap in content because they weren't working for several weeks. And I don't know how long they're on vacation. I don't think it's super long, but they deserve a vacation, I suppose. All right. What do we got? Character shards and events, Thunderstrike Month 2, Phantom Rider Battle Pass, Stolen Thunder. So we're going to continue getting the Thunderstrike, 200 shards, resource rewards, streamlining resource rewards starting in Month 2 by transferring rewards like gear, character shards, and ISO 8 to the exciting content coming up this month. Enjoy your resources in big chunks to play through new content. Daily objectives, log in, weekly objectives, play raids, rewards, sigils, Thunderstrike shards. Now, this is going to be a new event, and I don't know exactly what this is going to be like, but this is going to be like a non-simmable raid, which is going to be requiring the newest team for the 3rd chapter, which we're going to have a total of 3 teams, and I would have to go back and watch the video that I put out earlier in the week. But I know that Brimstone and the new Warriors team, and then also the new Mutants are going to be a large part of this raid. There's not going to be any healing or anything like that. Power cores. I do want to say that in the strike time, way back during the Quasar run, the head guy over there, Ryan Jacobson, said that he wanted the community to have better access to the red stars on the free legendary characters. I don't know if that's going to apply to this right here because this is early in the Thunderstrike cycle, but I know that when they were looking back at the distribution of red stars in the Quasar cycle, they felt like not enough people got it, and they had implied that they were going to make it easier going forward. I'm expecting that this should be easy, but I'm not sure about that because of how early it is in the Thunderstrike's cycle. Anyways, Wolfbane is going to be coming out on the 5th, standard release. Mysterious Rip, New Mutants. The next exploration in Mysterious Rip begins soon. Fury's Commander levels 25 to lead a charge at the doorway. The next features squad New Mutants. So there's 6 total missions for New Mutants and 2 missions for Damon. We'll see if this is hard or easy. The last one was really hard. You'll be given mission provided characters, no requirements other than your commander level. Okay. And then we've got Twitch drops. So let me know if I'm way off on my take on this Knull event. And I hope that I'll put all of these articles in the pinned comment, or not the pinned comment, but in the description for you to read them out. I think this is a good one to read. And there was even one today about how to sack it and then go in to get through it. There's ways of getting through this event for sure. Bye for now.